I'm telling you what I'm sending you, my name. Oh, snake.
Let me go ahead and mute Chris and Sparta.
And me as well.
Oh, and Yoda.
Okay. And
Yes.
Joe as well.
Okay. All right, so we have our last round. Played Force today and we got spanked, so that was fun. I think
I've already finished shuffling.
Dragon and Forced are definitely my
I
worst
did a half
classes.
cut.
To play against for sure, or play with.
Okay.
You mean?
I rolled a 2. Oh boy, not looking very good.
Okay.
No, I got a 1.
I'm going second.
To play with or play against?
I'll go first.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
To play with or play against?
Play with.
Mm.
Definitely against Dragon is probably my worst, and then playing as is Forced is like the worst.
I'll keep.
Really?
I'm terrible with Forced, and then I think my worst matchup in total is just Dragon.
Good luck of fun.
You too.
Turn 1 and pass.
It kind of reminds me of Blue Red from Magic.
I will
so that's
also
kind of
pass.
what I
is it?
Is it?
I'll play Thundering Roar.
Is what I saw when I ever saw
Yep. Oh yeah.
Force
we are
being played
full-on
against
mirror
me.
match here.
Is that you need to have
From
like
where that's
exact combo
Okay,
extenders
so
for
go
you
ahead
to be
and
able
roll
to keep on
dice.
comboing
6
off.
is
Because you're basically playing standard,
5.
right?
Yep,
So
5.
from we go from my left to right.
If that's
You're
not a
left
foreign
right.
concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, there goes the Lirio.
It's just like you gotta have multiple
Then
moving
master.
parts.
That's 1.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
you gotta literally calculate
Oh,
the
yikes.
calculations.
I passed.
Like Kirito did, you gotta predict the prediction lines.
Turn 2. I'll play 2.
So we have a
Silence with
discard mirror match.
What's
This
the
is
life
gonna
on that?
be a headache.
3.
It is.
3 life.
I think it just comes down to who chooses to go first or second here. Because fundamentally,
okay,
you're almost always
right.
gonna want to go against
3.
Silence to go second to get extra card draw, so you don't end up losing your whole hand as fast as possible. But
3.
it's horrible to give them
Brunei,
any form of
using
leeway
Evo
in an
point.
early game.
Make you discard a random card. Same
Especially
thing.
when we see
Shuffle your
Silence
hand
coming
and
down
then
here.
I'll roll dice from left to right.
Gonna get a random discard out of hand.
1.
Because you've played this, you played discard
and
already too, right? Do you play a beta block or no?
You said that they have what?
No, I was asking like,
play points.
how do you feel about this
2 play
matchup
points.
overall?
Yeah. So,
Like, what do you think of ways of tackling?
I think
Exactly.
it's really.
Right,
I wouldn't say it's really hard. Oh, actually, no. This is a pretty difficult matchup for a lot of decks. I think the deck that doesn't really fear this matchup too much is the aggro ones, because they're not gonna everything that they do, it's gonna go to the field. The hardest thing is when they get that crazed executioner and really snipe the only like one of answer that you have that really disrupts your plans. But everything else, like just all these cards and silence just generate so much like value. Like they just generate so much value by like taking a random card and you not knowing what card is taken, and then you see that card and then it's a key piece and it's like, okay, well, I have to adjust. Like this is a deck that makes you adjust all the time. Like you have to change with situations. Like, as soon as you play the Soul Dealer, it's like, okay, well, now I have to figure out how to get rid of the Soul Dealer. But if you don't get rid of the Soul Dealer, the next turn you might lose the only answer that you have to get rid of Soul Dealer. Like because you don't have enough play points to. It's just a lot. I think Abyss is like definitely, or at least just Silence Abyss is probably like
crazed execution.
I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want to sound crazy, but I think it's top 3 decks for the Sapphire format for sure.
How many cards?
Especially like having Apostle of Silence and stuff to deal with it as well. It just becomes a weird little top in that the deck has. And I think it doesn't even go. Oh, and talking about execution.
That one.
Yep,
Apostle
here he is.
4 defense.
Yeah.
Just the ability to look at your opponent's hand and just take out the card that they need. And then also with the Rule Night tax, if you don't take care of them,
I'll take 2.
It's even worse.
Definitely Alice here, right?
Can I see?
Israfel is so long off.
Yeah.
Israfel, Angelic's Night.
And Alice is like the worst card to deal with.
Which one do you want?
Yeah, definitely getting her in the cemetery
dump
will
the Dark
probably
Alice.
be the best.
Okay. Yep.
Agreed here.
Yep. I'll swing Crazed Executioner into your engage.
And we're going for trade.
And then it's down to 1.
Yeah, it needed to happen. He generates so much value, making you discard a card
And then
and
Rule and I will swing
dealing 2 damage and then milling 2, so you can get the Necrocharge 10.
Oh, I used the. Sorry, I used the Evo point to evolve, and then I'll pay you one. I'll just angelic snipe your apostle.
Okay, so down to 2.
Mm-hmm. And I pass turn.
Yep. I'm gonna use
He's
really
Turn 5.
preemptively
Draw.
gonna be using that on your apostle here.
I'll pay 2 to angelic snipe the
Angelic
Rudenai.
sniping.
Okay,
Gonna be
so it's
getting rid
down
of
to
the
2.
executioner.
Mage.
Gonna be playing 2
Then
play points for that since
1
he needs to
Evo point
play
to Evo my
an extra
apostle.
play points because of
Deal
Ronai.
3 damage.
3 damage to Rudenai. Okay.
Yep.
Just take him out.
Mm-hmm.
And you still
Evo.
have more than 3 cards.
Yep. I still have more
Taking
than
out
3
the rule
cards.
9 here. Let's see if he's
Then I'll
gonna go
just
for
swing
a
5
trade.
to
I
face.
think he.
Okay, I'm down to 11.
Oh, face here.
Then I'll
Do you
pass
agree with
turn,
this?
2 floating.
2 floating. Okay. Turn.
Do you think he might have drawn an answer for? I guess he just needs to get as much damage on the board, and he doesn't need to worry about follower swinging for 3 because he's got a 5.
Yeah, but Israfil is a long ways off because we knew about the snipe and we knew about the Israfils. So one blind card we don't know about yet,
Pay 2.
and currently it's on
Thundering
about what
Roar.
5 play
Kill
points at the moment.
apostle.
Okay.
Okay, so he's dealing 3 damage.
Attempt to swing 3 to your leader.
Okay,
I'll take the 3.
take the executioner here.
And
Didn't feel like it was
then
necessary to clear it. This 3
I'll
damage is gonna
pay
start to rack
3.
up as much as possible though.
Mm-hmm.
Path to Purgatory. I'll draw
Okay,
3.
path.
Take 3, draw 3.
And then
Yeah,
I'll
the
take
dynamic shift here.
and pass turn.
Bit of
So you
extra
took 3
wiggle
damage.
room for drawing some
I
cards
don't have
here.
Lyrial, so
You know,
Okay.
slow his
Then
tempo
yeah,
down
this
a
is
little
Path to
bit, but it's
Purgatory. I
gonna
have to
allow
pay 3
him to
life.
be able
I have
to
6 cards in hand.
keep up with hand some.
Thanks. I'll just angelic snipe the crazy
Snipe,
executioner for
getting
1.
rid of the
Okay,
Then I'll pass turn.
executioner again.
pass turn. How many
Okay,
cards
just
in
he's
hand?
slow rolling in. That's okay.
2.
I think
Okay.
XZ is on 8, so
Start
that
turn.
definitely is some.
Gonna pass. So now we're actually starting to get to the
Apostle of
territory that
Silence.
Israfil might end up being
Use the
something.
Evo point
But it's
to
gonna go for
evolve.
Evo here. With Apostle.
Just to get the
Pay 2.
5/5 stats. Nothing to really.
Demonium.
And to get the
Start
3
at end
damage energy with
phase. I'll
Demon
do 3
Punk.
damage
Okay.
to your leader.
Mm.
Down to 10.
Yeah, and then I'll engage
Oh, he's gonna go for the
Demonium
ward
once.
here. Fair.
Turn 7.
What could
Draw.
even go in here with Storm? Is it open decklist? I don't think so, right?
They usually
Chris,
post
did
the
they
deck
post a
list,
deck list? Yeah, they usually post them.
but they didn't post them yet. Actually, no. Exia
just
posted his list.
Forgot to give Demonium
Okay.
Bane. Sorry.
Okay.
Thundering
that's
Roar
fine.
the Demonium.
But Dusk didn't
Okay, that's
post
fine. I
theirs.
didn't give it Bane
Yeah, he
anyway,
didn't.
so
Not yet.
So you
I
heal
like I
2.
forgot to. So I heal for 2. I'm back to 10.
Then I'll pass turn again.
You'll pass turn again. How many floating?
10 play points.
5.
Oh. I
5
mean, 10,
floating.
10 life, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
This
Turn.
is getting pretty close.
Okay.
I think the Israfil heal does
Cards on the
help
side.
here some too.
Mm-hmm.
And you need
6.
honestly need a hard removal card, but he does not have. I mean, as long as he doesn't have another apostle, I don't think there's an. Well, there's Soul Dealer too. So many options for removal in this deck. There's just so much like praised. All right, I think we're getting in the range to probably take that
Yep.
Izzy
Give
now.
you, please.
Mm-hmm, very much. I
I'll
mean,
do
there's also
Israfil.
side.
Oh,
Not yet.
two.
Just jump
Two.
to Israfil's.
Two.
Two. I mean, getting rid of one is still better than
Everything.
zero, right? So this is
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Yep, and then I'll swing at your leader for
So
5.
we swing here. This is possibly like one of the last
5,
times we're probably gonna
then
swing.
3.
Because we're gonna be getting into territory that Isra is gonna come down, and if
And
that's
then
gonna
I'll
come down
pay
with the
2.
Evo, it's gonna be tough to
Play Demonium.
tough to
How many
combat.
play points are you
So
going
Punk
into
Devil
next? 8,
here.
right?
8. Yes.
This
Okay, so
does
give
put them in a range of lethal either way.
1.
So he needs to find an
Unless I
answer
get
to get
Death
rid of
Square.
most of his board.
Yeah, unless you get Death
Does he have
Square.
enough play points to
I'm gonna
play
pay
an
2
Evo? Is
to
he?
give Demonium
Okay,
Bane.
I don't think there is.
Oh no,
Only on
no,
7?
like anything else outside of like Israfil needs to clear this now.
Okay.
Needs to Punk here. Not going to ward. Interesting.
And then I still got 1 play point. So I'll go ahead and start of end phase. Hit your
No.
leader for 3 damage.
It's gonna take an additional
Down
3
to-
damage at end of turn
Down
here.
to 2, and I pass
Puts
turn.
him
Over
at
to
2.
No. Turn 8.
I'll
It's
leave
not
the
looking good with
Demonium.
only one card.
That's Brett.
Oh, deaths.
Yep.
Oh,
here it is.
that possibly might get to Alice
he
here.
upgrade.
Anything else? Isra
Yeah,
out of
Isra.
drop.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, the
Like-
cheaper version.
Yep,
Healing
and
for
no
3.
point. Oh, you do.
We also have access to a bit of extra evo here.
I have 2
Since
points.
they did play it for
Oh, I
6.
misplayed. I forgot.
Oh,
I'm
This does
Oh.
end up clearing their board.
No, still won't work.
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah, I will evo her.
Thinking about it,
Okay.
Yeah, there's
because I
this
Yeah,
this has to
it's
happen.
wanted,
This has
and
to
also
happen.
I
fight
mean, there
your
should
board.
be anything to think
Yeah,
about here,
I
right
thought
now,
it
right?
was too. I forgot.
I was-
forgot
Fung
to
Devil,
engage
which
it.
Yeah.
coincidentally
Okay,
does
yeah,
put him
that's
to 8, so
fine.
they can't
I'll-
use Purgatory
So you
here,
heal for 4.
unless you join to another Pung Devil.
Do that.
Then
Last
you're-
words, I heal back to 8.
Okay. Yep. Then
So
I'll
that-
pass turn.
Last
Okay.
turn.
Alright, let's see if Exia has
Okay,
a Silent
let's
Purge
see.
here.
This no bane.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Or possibly a
Okay.
Dark Alice of his own, because one Dark Alice does end up clearing this Ezreal as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. I'm at Necrocharge here.
Yeah,
9.
they're conning it out.
Oh, you only have that one card in hand, right?
Yep,
This
just one.
variation of
you'll have it with this.
Silence, I've never really seen that
Yeah.
much.
4.
What with the Israel in it?
Silent Purge.
Yeah, that one.
Kill
Yep, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, drop
yep.
that.
Getting rid of the card and also getting rid of the last card in hand too.
Yeah. Which was the Ezreal that was still in
And then
hand.
thinking
Mhm.
here.
Waiting in wings here.
Hopefully, there's another Death's Breath top deck maybe. So
Alright, still have 3 or 4 more play points to still play around with here. Trying to figure out what the best option is.
mm,
Yep, exactly 10. So I'll play Azazel for 4. Pass.
okay.
Yep, pass turn.
Oh, Azrael.
On you.
9, there's bane. Okay, I'll silent purge the Azazel.
Well,
And discard a
Put-
random
an
card.
eye for an eye.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
Gonna force him to discard while removing it.
5.
5.
to
So
right
this
one.
one.
5.
Ooh, path to
That is
Purgatory.
another path,
Path.
No more draws, then I'll pass turn.
which
Turn.
is one of the least worst cards you really care about in your hand right now, unless you're trying to draw into something.
Dark Alice.
Okay.
Dark
Man,
Alice.
that is the perfect card right there.
Yeah, I'll just
Puts him in a
prepare
dire
bullet for
situation
3,
here.
then I'll
Surefire
pass
bullet on Dark
Yep,
Alice,
and
just for the
that's game.
memes.
turn.
Swing.
GG's.
GG.
And that's it.
The 100.
Yeah, I just realized like that was such a big misplay. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
with
in
the
Wow.
Azazel.
Okay, that was a little bit
I wasn't
a little bit close
expecting
for
you to
comfort,
top
wouldn't you
deck
think?
Death's Breath.
Yeah, I did top deck the
You
top
did
deck.
top deck,
Was,
yeah. So had
that was a
remembered
little
to
close.
engage my
I mean,
Demonium,
I don't think there would have been any one
yeah,
card to
gotta
like
evoke
save the day.
Israel. I mean, I still
Yeah. TRINN. Just to get you away. What I got to do, what I got to do.